It's one of those days where I really don't have any good idea for what joke to make at the start of one of these videos. It just comes and ebb and flows. Sometimes I have something funky, sometimes I just have something to say. This time, not so really. So let's just get into it. Welcome back to an episode of Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things. I'm your host, the Australian Idiot, and let's get into the clips for the day, eh? Here we have a Karen at a restaurant who apparently got caught a bitch by the waitress and decided that the best course of action here is to not only go off at everyone, including the customers and police people that are there, but also threaten to have the entire restaurant shut down.
Did you touch me? I know, because you're a asshole. You're a asshole. It's none of your business if I say why or not. Did you touch me? Why did she touch me? She cannot touch me. Why did she touch me? 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 She has no right to touch me. Enjoy this restaurant. You have no right to touch me. You have no
like you're embarrassing.
Ruining it. Yeah. Because
you're being aggressive.
Bitch. Your waitress
you are being aggressive.
Bitch. Your waitress called me bitch.
You need to treat people with respect.
I'm gonna close this restaurant. I'm gonna close this restaurant. Your waitress called me bitch in front of everyone.
You pushed her and tried to take her check.
I did push her?
You took
Are you guys liars?
No.
Are you guys liars?
I don't know what you want us to
Call
do.
their manager. I need to talk to the manager. Right now.
Our manager's right there. It's your comment.
Not the manager for the waitress. Manager of the restaurant.
He's not here.
Call him or her. I know he's not here. Call him. Call him.
He's right there.
There.
He's right there.
Okay, go get him. Go get
There's
him.
nothing we can do, lady.
Go get him. Go get him. I know, because you guys are scared. Because this is not the way you should react to your customer.
I love a good old taste of entitled Karens. The sheer entitlement, like, okay, yeah. Being called a bitch, like, depending on the context, is probably not right. Again, depending on the context. We don't have the context here. Because, you know, these people have only started recording after they hear someone start screaming and shouting and letting it all out. So we don't have what happened prior to that. But going off of how you're choosing to react about this entire thing, I think it may be a bit of an over-exaggeration, overreaction, maybe, just maybe. Here we have a very interesting one, to say the least. So this guy here they're all in an air balloon up high in the sky, like probably several thousand feet. And this guy seems to be wearing a parachute. So when they get high enough, he decides to attempt to jump off. But, you know, the guy who's piloting the hot air balloon's not having it. Here's the clip.
High enough.
I am, bro,
No, you're not.
Bro,
You're not.
I've got thousands.
Dude,
of
don't.
skydivers.
I don't give a shit, man. You have to tell this before we need to ask for permission.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to do this. We're actually filing a permit, and you're us up. I'm telling you, man. We are actually filing a permit. If we do this illegally, man, we're.
have it on video. You just tried to stop me.
What?
You have it on video. You just tried to stop me.
I don't care. I can't stop you physically. I'm going down right now.
Yeah, please,
I'm going to call the police.
Can you please cooperate, please?
Suman, you copy? Yeah, please call the policeman. One guy is trying to jump from the balloon.
Please let him go.
Yeah.
No, that's
No,
illegal.
Yeah, but we can decide what we want to do.
No, you have to take permit for all
paid
this.
for
We're
this-
going
we
to be
paid
in
for this
problem
flight.
because of you.
Thank you. Come on, man.
No, come on, man, no. I'm telling you, no. Stop pushing it.
Well, I mean,
I'm being serious here, man.
I know you're being serious.
Yeah, stop it.
But I mean, just don't
No.
handle the rig, man. Come on.
I'm not letting you jump. Okay, it's over. Stop it.
Bro, come on,
If
man.
you don't let go of my hand, I'll hit you. Stop it.
You let go of my rig.
No,
man.
I'm not letting you. You're trying to jump, man. I'm not letting you go. I'm sorry. I have to physically stop you from jumping. That's
Before you even get your A license, 3,000 feet. When you have like 15 skydives, they send you out at 3,000 feet. I have 2,000 skydives. We were plenty high. I would have had enough time to take a 10-second delay.
yeah. I don't care.
Right.
I'm not allowed to throw skydivers. We're filing a permit And if you do it and we do it illegally, we will not be able to do it, man. And I'm responsible for this flight.
So I think the first thing that people would probably ask is like, okay, wouldn't there be some form of question about the parachute? And maybe there was, but it might just be as simple as like, hey, I just want to be safe, you know, wearing a parachute's just one of those things, just in case. And then the furthermore to that is like, yes, you may be an experienced skydiver, but it doesn't matter in the situation because in a lot of cases, you need permits. You need to have the ability to actually do this. And then furthermore to that, you know, this isn't something you just suddenly prop on the pilot whilst you're already up in the sky. This is something you need to warn them beforehand. If you want to do some parachuting and skydiving off of a hot air balloon or anything for that matter, isn't it one of those things where you kind of need to mention it beforehand, like long before you get into the sky, as be like one of the earliest things you mentioned, that you want to skydive from here because it could be cool, so they can organize to be prepared for it, or just to say, no, unfortunately, we don't have the permits to do that just yet. And you probably wouldn't have had to waste your money on this hot air balloon, could have waited to the time when you could actually skydive off it. But clearly, you didn't think about that at all. You thought of nobody but yourself, assuming that, oh, he will be fine with it, he won't stop me, and then now here you are in a situation where he has stopped you, and now you're going down off the air balloon because this guy's not happy with you. Here we have someone who's clearly dealt with a lot of terrible human beings throughout this day. So when it comes to things, she was probably complaining a little bit, talking a little bit much, and one of the customers told her to shut her mouth. And well, obviously that was the final straw.
If you guys want me to. I don't understand. Yeah, but she's telling me to shut my mouth. Okay.
I said, yeah, well,
You want me to ring you up? That's fine, but you're gonna have to hear my voice. Otherwise, you can go to another register.
You don't need to talk to her like that. That's actually
That's fine.
crazy.
Go ahead.
You.
I'm doing everything I can.
But like,
when somebody tells me to shut my mouth and ring them up, I'm not gonna be okay with that.
but how you're talking to an elder? Like one thing is us, but don't do that.
Where do I draw the line with people talking to me like this?
You doing too
I'm not
much.
talking to you either. You're just stealing shit in here. That's the second time you've been in here stealing shit. So get out. Go ahead. Okay, you know what, guys? We're done. We're done. Everybody stop. We're done.
Like, what is happening?
She's stressed out. We don't have enough help.
Because I'm the manager. I have to lock the doors when I walk out.
Okay, let's take our stuff, put it in the cart.
Do you understand where I'm coming from a
It's
little
out of
bit?
pocket. Grab your stuff.
Right? You don't want to hear my voice, then don't come to my register.
Give her a break. She's obviously upset. It's not a normal day.
Can I go ahead and pay?
That I have to do for you, but I've been here since 10. I've had a 5-minute break. What the No, I gotta take my line. That's not fair to them. It's not fair to them. Take your people.
Okay, everybody, what I want to do is take it.
Honestly, I'm sorry, but no, I don't ever have, I've never really agreed to, oh, you should treat your elders with respect, they're your elders. It's like, I get it. These are people who have been around for a very long time. They've probably got a lot of knowledge there. They've probably gone through a lot and might be very handy in what they have to say. But just because of that doesn't mean I just have to respect them without them respecting me. That's not how this works. That's not how life works. If you want to be respected by me, buddy, you've also got to respect me. It's a two-way street. I can't be sitting here respecting you after you bash me. That's not how this rolls. You've got to, if you want to be respected, you've got to respect people back by default. That should be how it is. And clearly the person's attitude towards the worker here wasn't exactly the most respectful type of attitude. And yeah, I get it. As a customer, it can suck to hear the worker just complain a little bit about their job that day or complain about how the day's gone. But telling them to shut their mouth and do their job is just so disrespectful on so many levels. And that's the short and simple of it. Also, the person behind the video, have you paid, like, are you really just saying, oh, we should their elders? Like, I get treating us like that, but not the elders. It's like, really? Really? So for some context for this clip here, what happened before this is basically the guy recording the clip had found a dog that was running along the street on their own for a little while and decided to take it in and take care of it for about a month and a half, doing the typical things, attempting to get checks done, etc, taking good care of the dog.
The other people in this clip are the technical owners of these dogs. So they stole the dog back when the dog was roaming the streets at one point.
It's who do you know? Who do you know since you took my dog from across the street? Who do you know?
Nobody took your dog.
Oh, yeah, you did.
No.
That's my dog.
No.
I've got the pictures a month and a half before she showed up at your house to prove it.
In my name.
Yeah, now, because you took her from my house after we were taking care of her. You're the smart one, by the way. Get your woman. She didn't show up at your house. She lives here, and this is a neighborhood where all the dogs walk around. Listen, you guys get to live with me and dog stealing garbage. That's what you get to live with. Call whoever you...
Garbage if you had her for a month and a half and you didn't do that surgery on her.
Oh, it was scheduled the day before we found where you were. You stupid ass. You don't f***ing know shit. No, we had taken her and she needed to gain weight, and that's what we were doing. She gained 4 pounds in the 3 weeks between the first time we took her up there and the time you took her up there. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I have the pictures. Dummy.
I'm not going to hell for the sin of lying.
No, you're going to hell for the sin of stealing a f***ing dog. Sure enough. The dog that I had for a month and a half before you took it says otherwise. It's chipped in your name. Chipped it. Or what? Yeah, Clark, you better handle it. Sure enough, babe. Tell them to bring everybody they got, too. Yeah, babe. I give a f*** who Tucker is. I don't care who Tucker is. Call Tucker and call Tucker's friends. That's all right. That's all right. Tell him 469, step in his yard. Step on in. I'll be right here all day. That's what's up. And when they step on my property, they're leaking for good. Race to room temperature, babe.
I just want to propose this question to you guys first before I say anything else. What are your thoughts on this? Whose side are you on? Who do you think's in the right and who's in the wrong for this one? I personally see it as, whilst technically she is, or they are, the rightful owner of the dog, clearly there has been some neglect issues for this dog, for the dog to be underweight when it was found by the other guy when he took it to the vet and found that they were underweight and that they needed to get, the dog needed to gain some weight of some forms by eating some pretty decent amount of food. And I feel like that it's very clear that these guys don't truly care about the dog. Considering what? It's been a month and a half, and assuming that the people who found the dog did their due diligence to verify who actually owned the dogs as soon as possible. I'm not 100% sure on that part there, but clearly there was some form of dog neglect at a point before the dog made its way over to the other people. Do they have the right to take their dog back? I mean, technically. Is it right though? Shouldn't they have let the people know? Or I don't know. It's very weird thinking about it. It's like they can definitely have handled this entire confrontation better. Like, because apparently they found the dog roaming through the streets, so they took it back to their house. So when the other people actually confront them about it, it's like, oh yeah, thank you for taking care of the dog. A lot of things happen over the past few months, blah blah blah. Like, actually be nice about it rather than whatever the hell this was. In this clip, we got an old lady roaming around Costco who can't help but be absurdly upset against a person who is not of the same color as them. Because of course they can't be, that's just what life goes like. And so decides to cause some issues and gets the staff involved.
Get her out of here. She's been harassing me since I come in. And I put up with her kind all freaking day.
Who is her kind? Who is her
all
kind?
money.
She been putting up with her kind all
Get her
day.
out of here. Get her phone out of my face. She's recording me.
Now if I touch her,
and she's been,
if I beat her up,
you already touched me.
If I beat her up,
Taylor, hold on.
If I beat this lady
put
up,
her phone down.
Taylor, if I hit this lady,
I know.
Taylor, if I hit this lady,
You've already touched me.
Okay, so man, we just gonna separate y'all two? We gonna separate y'all two? What's going on? Like, did it start
She's
there?
at the register, talking on her phone, back in the lineup, and then there's somebody that forgot to put her lines in her mom's cart, so she goes up there and she's on the phone, and then all of a sudden she don't have a license ID to show for the Bible.
Okay.
Bullshit. Ask the lady at the register. You were rude to her.
It's okay, honey. So
No, it's not okay. Is this a friend of yours?
No,
Are
I
you
don't
sticking
know
up for
her.
her?
No.
Because she's not white?
No.
Because
wants to get
I'm
us back to the
tired
color
of
thing.
freaking putting up with people that I'm more
I don't know
blind
either
than you
one of
are.
y'all. I don't know
I
either
read
one
her
of you
name tag,
guys.
that's why I'm calling her
And then
Taylor.
she took my groceries out and looked at across the floor.
I sure
You
did.
think that's okay? Kick her ass out of the store.
Stop this, you guys.
Don't you gotta love that this entire time she's trying to talk to the staff member, she's also trying to whack the phone out of the person who's recording's hand just over and over again? It's just like one of those things where you know you're being recorded, so why are you doing something that can get you in deep trouble with that recording? Like, don't you think like 5 steps ahead, or you just that self-entitled you don't realize that, oh, what I'm doing is a bit stupid? Oh. Bunch of kids who likes to use chalk on the alleyway that they share with a bunch of other houses as well, and one of the neighbors is an old couple. The lady's not really happy that their kids are using chalk on the alleyway, and so decides to take it upon herself to enter into the other person's garage and start going off at them.
Then report to the HOA.
You son of a... Carolyn, come on. You won't even tell your kids to stop it. Where's your wife? She's a nice person. She talks nice. Where is Janine? Can you get her out here?
No, I cannot. Get out of my house, please.
It's your house? Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good to know.
Get out of my house.
Well, tell your kids to stop it or else I'm gonna...
You're gonna do what? You're gonna do what? You're gonna do what?
Do you live here?
Sir, take your wife home, man. I'm serious. Take your wife home.
You're such an unfriendly person that I knew I couldn't talk to you.
Get your hand off my car, please. Get your hand off my car. Get your hand off my car.
Okay.
Okay, your video is going online.
No, I don't think you live here because I saw you have slanted eyes. And I talked to a
Slanted eyes? Wow, that's racist. Wow. Slanted eyes. Wow.
Well, when Janine comes home, I'd like to talk to her.
Wow. Slanted eyes. Keep going. Keep going. I gave you plenty of chances.
Well, you have nice little kids and you have a nice wife.
Well, apparently they're not nice when they're just coloring chalk on the sidewalk.
The sidewalk. That's the
Is
alley.
it bothering you? What's bothering you about this?
Because it looks like...
Oh, so I have nice kids, but their drawing looks like...
No, you're...
Now, wait, let me tell you something. You're not supposed to do this. If the association finds out, they'll fine you.
The entire neighborhood has zero problem with it except you.
Okay.
You have had a problem with me since I moved in here.
No, we saw a guy that didn't have slanted eyes.
Oh, and again, slanted eyes. Here we go again. Here we go again. Please take your wife home, sir. Please take your wife home, sir.
Now, leave this guy alone.
Please take your wife home, sir.
Well, we're calling the association.
Please do. Please do. I'm friends with the president.
Well, look, it's all down in front of our place. I'm going to get a pail and a brush and tell your kids to come out here and...
Good luck trying. Good luck trying over my dead body. You touch my kids, you touch my kids, you're gonna see something else. You touch my kids, you're gonna see something coming. I'm telling you right now.
I'm not going to touch your kids. You have nice little boys.
Yeah, except the dad has slanted eyes, right? Get the hell out of my house. Get the hell out of my house. Sir, last chance before I pepper spray her. That's it.
It was scary because not only was she physically able to push me at one point as she get closer and closer, but it was like I didn't want her to spit. I don't know where she's been.
She did that because there was a guy who came here before him who looked like he was kind of had slanted eyes, but I said it wasn't the same guy. And he just took that as being she was racist, you know, but she's not. My wife is not like that at all.
You know, I would say just immediately press charges, but at the same time, I can understand why you wouldn't. A, that's just going to be a huge waste of your time that you probably don't really want to be burning away to just have to deal with that as a mess. Like, I'm not 100% sure how the American legal system would go if you attempt to press charges for trespassing or potential property damage, because she did kick the fan and was slapping the car like a crazy person and other things on those lines. So I guess it depends on how you feel about that one. The other thing though, very interesting thing, so I decided to look this up just to have some knowledge. So 9 times out of 10, any form of chalk art on any form of flat sidewalk or street or any form of public alleyway and stuff like that is technically speech protected by the First Amendment in the US Constitution. Though, if it can be proven you had malicious intent in some states, it could be classified as vandalism. Clearly, in this case, it's a pair of kids just drawing art on the alleyway road. I don't think that anyone could find some form of malicious intent from the kids in that case, so in reality there is not much particularly they can do, because by default it's speech protected by the First Amendment in America. So you're kind of in a lose-lose situation there, Miss Karen. You cause all this mess, you go trespass on someone else's property, and when you're not getting your way, you kick their stuff, you slap their car, and what you get out of it? You got this. Good on ya. So this guy was just throwing out his trash, organizing his trash, getting ready for it to be taken out by, you know, the bin guys and all those shenanigans, and the local neighborhood Karen shows up and's like, "Oh, I don't know you, it must mean you don't live here," and here's what happens next.
You can't throw away your trash in our bins.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Could you please leave me alone or I'll call the police? You're harassing me. You are harassing me. Thank you very much.
It's 911.
Okay, I will. Got a racist lady here.
That's a big mistake on your part.
Oh, okay. Call. Look. Throwing away the trash. You know, you're gonna be instantly famous. Hi. You're gonna be instantly famous. You know that, young lady? Come on. Here, let me close the door for you. See how much of a gentleman I'm being for you? Florida. You're excused.
What's your name and what are you doing?
You're excused.
What's your name and what are you doing?
Please, you're excused, ma'am.
You
You're
work
harassing
here?
me. You are harassing me. I will call the police if you don't leave. Okay? Thank you. What is your name?
Martha.
Show me your license. Do you live here?
Show me your license.
Show me yours.
Show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Wow. This is Florida, folks. Yeah. Here we go, Martha.
We have to pay
Zero
extra
beats.
for people to come clean
Okay.
out.
And we pay extra too. All right. Why do you don't think I live here? Because of the way I look?
Because
Why?
until 2 weeks ago, I was president of the Homeowners Association. And to my knowledge, I know everybody who lives here.
Okay.
That's the only
So
thing.
why did you assume that I don't live here because you don't know me?
Because there's only 42 buildings.
Only 42 buildings. You knew every single person in 42 buildings?
Where do you live?
Huh? Do you know every single person in 42 buildings, ma'am? Thank you very much. I rest my case. Do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stop with the fake laugh and just go. All right?
It's not a fake laugh. I think it's
Enjoy
really
your day.
funny.
And I'm giving you 10 seconds to make your decision, or I'm going to call the police and I'm going to go full thing. So I ask you, please, I'm asking you to listen to your friend because she's making the right decision, ma'am. I don't want any problems. I was throwing away my trash and I'm going on about my day. She turned around, I have it all on video. She turned around and said, "Where do you live?" and blocked me until I wanted to produce ID. This is America. I don't need to prove that I live here to you. Who are you? I'll be more than happy to come back. We'll come back and talk to you later and things like that, but I really seriously need to go. Okay, thank you. Can you please ensure that your friend is not obstructing the highway so I can be on my way? Yeah, please talk to her. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with that guy. So what you're telling me is that you know every single person in all 42 different houses in that neighborhood. I would probably say that a good chunk of them are probably retired elderly couples, but there would probably be some families hiding amongst in them. What, do you know all their family? You know their kids? You know, like, all the people that are in that house? Like, it's a bit silly to, like, oh, I don't know you, therefore it mustn't mean you live here, because, you know, I know everybody in this neighborhood. Yeah, I'm assuming that you either don't and you're just lying out of your mouth, or you do and the entire neighborhood believes you're a piece of crap. It really just be one of those two things. And either way, if he's not doing anything that's actually, if he's not doing any form of vandalism, he's just throwing stuff in the garbage, like, why do we need to care about where he actually lives? Yeah, it's annoying to have someone else throw garbage into a bin that isn't theirs, but being this overly intrusive about them is like, oh my god, you don't live here, tell me where you live, what's your ID? It's just so unnecessary and stupid. In this next clip, we got a lesson on the world's best parenting methods. Leave your 1-year-old child locked up in the car whilst you go inside, not leaving the car running. Doesn't matter if it's a hot summer day or it's cold winter day, just leave them locked up in there. They will be fine. Wait, oh, it turns out people were concerned? Oh, shocker.
How dare you treat me like that despite all of this going on? How dare you as a mother speak like that to me in front of your child? Yes. What kind of influence are you making on her?
I'm 21. I'm full grown.
Well, you're still her kid.
And I agree with her.
Both of you. Shame on you.
We're
shame
trying
on you.
to protect your
You
children.
have no idea as a parent. You have no idea to shame me like that.
We're
for walking
kids.
10 feet
Lady,
away.
I had a husband that
Out of my face. My mom is dying of ovarian cancer.
Oh well,
You
too
better
bad. Too
stay
bad.
away
My
from
husband
her.
died of a brain tumor.
You better stay away.
You're causing right now.
Who raised their voice?
Your mom did.
She's trying
cussed
to
at
help
me in the
your
store.
children.
My God, my kids are in great hands with me. I'm a
She's
good
trying
mother.
to
And
help
don't
your
I'm
children.
shaking. I'm furious.
You're
How
not the
dare
only one.
both of you mind your own business, crazy.
Calm down. It's ridiculous. Who's the one that started screaming?
Because she's leaving now.
Yeah, who's the one that's screaming? Her. Left her 1-year-old in the car.
Is this mother just having a full-blown meltdown because she was caught out on doing something very irresponsible? Like, as I said, it doesn't matter if it's a cold winter's day or a hot summer's day. Leaving a child, an animal, or anything locked up inside of a closed car is just a disaster waiting to happen. It can cause a lot of flipping problems. You should just never do that under any circumstances. It's just, you don't do that. Like, just don't. What? Why would there be any question to this thing? Jesus. In this next clip, we got a Karen who's unhappy about their meal going to the drive-thru at Hungry Jack's. Wait, that's in Australia, mate.
Hey, the second one, the first one wasn't bad enough. The second one came back from the microwave. $13 and whatever cents. I don't care what you say. $9. I'm going to bring out the big guns here. I'm going to love this.
No one cares.
I don't care what you're saying, pal. And just for you, I might hold you up a little bit more.
I've got nowhere to be. I've got nowhere to be.
I'll speak to anybody how I like.
My day off, you dummy.
One of those burgers on the thing that's not like this. If I had my camera, I'd take a picture, I'd sue you for it. How's that great?
I'm not going to listen to you.
Oh, you're not going to listen to me?
Get out of the drive-thru.
I have asked you nicely. I asked nicely for the pork belly. I asked nicely for the second pork belly. Yeah. If you think that I'm going to ask you nicely for a third one, you got another thing coming. And I'm a swearer. I haven't sworn at you yet. Bitch.
First things first, you're in broad fucking daylight.
Go inside and deal with it there. Stop holding everybody else up in the fucking drive-thru, you absolute delinquent. And you say you're a swearer, but you didn't swear at all. I'm a swearer because I'm Australian, an actual Australian might I add, and I swear a lot, as you may or may not have noticed. These people are funny. It's like, oh my god, it was microwave. It's like, yeah, these things tend to have been pre-cooked before they get sent to these restaurants, and they get put into these like little tray oven thingamybobs to heat them up again. Oh, it's almost like that's how fast food functions. Whew. Who would have known? Well, I didn't.